Dad?
I'm in here, sweetheart.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Pumpkin.
Are you sure about this gift?
Yeah, gimme, gimme, gimme.
Suit yourself, here you are.
Thanks, sweetheart. You know me, I love these things. Now yours.
Where did you get this? I thought we lost it.
I found it when I was cleaning out the attic. Actually, it was inside your grandfather's chest. You should maybe take a look inside there. It'll take you back.
I will. Thanks for the gift, Dad.
I had a feeling you'd like it.
Remember the stories he used to tell us?
How can I forget? My favorite one was Paris, because of the occult twist he brought to it. Yours was the one in London, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, romantic and mysterious. There is one story he always avoided telling me, though. The one when he met Grandma. He never would talk about it. Was it not a fond memory?
I'm sure it is, Pumpkin, but he could never talk about it. I think your grandfather lost someone close to him when he met your grandmother, and I guess it was too painful for him to recall.
Where'd he meet Grandma?
He met her in Prague, I believe. Speaking of your grandmother, this year, can you get around to making her special holiday cookies? Please?
I knew that was coming.
Oh, they don't take long to make.
I know, I'll make some, don't worry.
Great. The stuff is all ready on the counter.
What a surprise. I'm gonna have a look in the attic. Might bring back some good memories.
Okay, sweetheart. I'll be in here.
Dad, did you happen to find my old box in the attic?
No, sweetheart. I didn't find your Memoric figurine.
Damn. This might be helpful to get up into the attic. I don't know why, but I never liked that painting. One of my grandfather's old paintings. It's from when he was in Paris, I think. Teddy and I used to be inseparable.
Prague, 1929. 2 years had passed since the strange case in Paris. I figured I'd best leave town and come here. Quieter, or so I thought. The case in Paris had stirred my passion for PI work again. I had to let go of my dream of being an artist. It wasn't bringing in as much dough as being a private dick. In all, there were 5 dead and 2 unaccounted for. So far, all the victims were prostitutes. I didn't know if I would take the case. To my surprise, this cop Skalnick had no beef about me snooping around his crime scene. It's very nice of you to let me have a peek. I'm Gustav McPherson. I'm a...
Yes, a private detective. I'm familiar with your work, Mr. McPherson.
I had no idea I was so popular.
I've read about your case in Paris, and the one in London. I'm Inspector Skalnick of the Prague Police.
Is this the 5th victim?
Yes, she is officially. Supposedly, there are 2 missing.
Supposedly?
Yes, well, you know these women. They come and go, often without telling anyone. And then they show up again like they never left. So I don't bother with disappearances.
So you only bother when they turn up like this?
I see. We have a knight in shining armor. If you want my advice, Mr. McPherson, you'd best return to the usual missing person cases or husband-cheating mysteries. This is a waste of your time.
I think you've just convinced me to take the case.
Really, Mr. McPherson? The press will not even cover this story. No one wants to know about dead prostitutes. If they do write about it, it will be about the killer and the number of bodies and not the actual victims. The pimps care even less. They force their women to work even if there is a killer loose. No one wants to sit at a dinner table and talk about this. There is no glory in this case. Like I said, you should stick with what you know.
Do you mind if I ask you a few more questions?
Not at all.
Were all the victims prostitutes?
Yes.
Is the cause of death the necklace on her neck?
Of course it is.
So it's not the multiple stab wounds to her chest?
No, well, we aren't really sure.
Does she have any other significant wounds on her body?
Yes, she has scars on her forearms and she is eviscerated.
Eviscerated? I had never seen anything so horrible in my entire life. I'd only heard of horrors like this from the Ripper case in London. Oh my God. Were all the victims like this?
Yes, they were all found like this.
Are all the organs accounted for?
I'm no doctor, Mr. McPherson. I have no idea.
In the other cases, were there missing organs?
Not that I'm aware of.
Who's the coroner?
Emil Corona. He works at the old chapel. He's very... well, I don't want to ruin the surprise. Now it's your turn to share. Maybe you can tell me what you think happened.
I think you're right about the cause of death. That slash across the neck was definitely it. Stabbings to her chest were done before the final blow to the throat. The defensive stab wounds on her arms reinforced this theory. What's bothering me, though, is the lack of blood at the crime scene. This probably indicates that she was murdered somewhere else, not here.
Well, Mr. McPherson, I don't want to be rude, but...
You have work to do, of course. Thanks for sharing. It was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you, too.
I had a feeling that the cooperation between Skalnick and me had just ended. He was testing me for some reason. I was left to fend for myself. I'd better leave the inspector to himself. Kazimir Stasek. He's been a good source of info on a couple of minor cases I had here in the city. Hello, my friend.
Ah, Mr. McPherson. And how are you this dark evening?
I can't complain. And how's my favorite boy in blue?
Besides my eye and this horrible murder, everything's fine.
I imagine you don't have anything more to give me?
This time I'm afraid I have nothing for you, my friend. Everyone is more or less at a loss.
You don't mind if I ask you a couple of questions anyway?
Of course not.
How long has this been going on?
It started about 3 weeks ago. You didn't hear about it until now?
No, I wasn't in town. I just got back. I was working a case outside the city. Someone called me to see if I could come back and help.
Ah, the very beautiful Miss Ida Skalikova, I presume?
Good guess. She's worried for her friends. I told her I'd see what I could do. Can you tell me about your new boss?
Inspector Yuri Skalnik. He was given the case and got temporarily assigned to this district. He has a good reputation, but he doesn't share much information with us. He keeps to himself a lot.
What? He doesn't trust you?
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe he thinks we're incompetent or something.
Maybe. But he'd be stupid to think so.
Why, thank you, my friend.
Were all the victims' bodies dumped?
Yeah, I believe so. But then again, I don't have much information, as I said earlier.
Was there ever an eyewitness?
Nope, never.
That's what bothered me the most. How was the killer getting around the city without being seen? How'd you get the shiner?
Shiner?
Your black eye. How'd you get it?
Oh, I arrested a man last night, and for some reason my eye hit this man's very large fist.
Did you get sucker punched?
Well, a little. My partner didn't have time to warn me. Everything happened so fast. I was helping the woman, and I turned around to see if my partner was okay, and wham! Next thing I knew, I was flat-faced on the sidewalk.
And what did the man do to deserve your undivided attention?
He was harassing a young woman. So I asked him to stop, and then things got out of hand. The police are trying to find this animal. We're a little nervous when a man harasses a young woman these days.
That's understandable. Well, I should leave you to your work, and I have to see my client. Thanks for your input.
You're welcome. Be careful.
Will do. Hey, I have a trick for treating that black eye.
What is it?
Before going to bed, eat at least 2 oranges and put a warm compress on the eye. Do that 2 or 3 days in a row. It should clear up pretty quick. Trust me, it works. I've gotten plenty of them from cheating husbands.
Thanks. I'll try it. I think we should stop talking to each other for now. The inspector's given me the evil eye.
Oh, okay. I'll see you later then.